How do fellas, just Nige back again. I'm just going to give you a quick cave tour. So I'll just show you around the cave, where it is and how big it is. So through that door there is my wife's bedroom. Okay, and also the other side of that wall, that part of the wall there, is where my wife has her office. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swing you around and then we'll have a look through it all. So as you can see, that's my main workbench. Okay, where I do most of my work. Door, scoot you all the way around. This room is about 2 meters by 2 meters, so it's not a massive room. Okay, so you saw it up there. Okay, that's where some of my stash is. Okay, I've got another shelf unit outside in the bedroom that's going on, and I've got some underneath the desk there, but I'm not going to go underneath there. Okay, so just starting over here, I've got my case for work, I've got a toolbox, I've got my art stuff that might come in handy when I'm actually modelling or when I do some painting with my canvases. Okay, on the wall I've got some box art, so a tin one, and this painting I picked up last year on holiday. Where was it? I think it was in Lincoln or somewhere like that. Okay, now normally you see this as a backdrop, okay, when I do my videos, because when I film, my iPad actually sits just there. Up here, that top box there is the only bit that's modelling related, really. That's just got all my aftermarket bits in. I've got some bits and pieces that my kids and my wife's done. So my wife, I love cactuses. That one's fallen over, so whoops. And I've just lost Captain America as well. So my wife has crocheted me those for in here. Both of these birthday gifts. There's my little daughter, and I use the top two shelves to store some of the bigger kits. So you can see I've got my B-17 and my massive Catalina. Over here I've just got an old, looks like a coat hanger thing to hang off a light, so I use that when I'm looking for bits I dropped on the floor. My geek specs and my paint mask. I've got artwork all from the kids' birthdays and Father's Days and stuff like that. My small reference library, there's some just down there at the moment. Okay, I've got a few more bits over the other side which I'll show you, and then moving on to where I keep most of my tools. So paintbrushes, that one there's for acrylic, that one there's for like oils and stuff like that. Then we move down, I've got my sanding sticks and other just other sorts I need for modelling, you know, white glue, pens, pencils, cotton buds, my vice, hairspray for when I'm doing chipping, and all that sort of stuff. There's also bits and pieces over there for my artwork, which is just there. So I work in pastels and acrylic paints. Moving around, my own built paint stand, and as you can see, I can get two of the Tamiya and Mr. Hobby Aqueous. I'm just going to sit down. Paint tubs per shelf, okay, with the top has got some of the paints I don't really use, and again some stuff from my childhood, some Transformers, my multiple hand thingy, and on the bottom shelf I've got some of my weathering bits and pieces, and behind that glue roll and kitchen paper, that's where I keep my thinner and stuff like that. Moving round to another shelf. So up the top, again, some odds and sods from the kids. Harvey's old pot from when he broke his arm when he was younger. What I'm currently working on, so I've got the Dornier, I've got a Gundam and the F-18. On the bottom you can't really see it, but they've just got pots and stuff like that for keeping bits in, for attaching bits to paint. Next shelf down, I've got some salt for the salt chipping, some other pots and bits and pieces to keep parts in. Moving down, again, that's where I keep all my glues, my paint, my water for acrylic and white sprays for oils and stuff like that. My desk bins and my glues. This light, by the way, it was one that I just picked up dirt cheap, an LED light from Lidl, I think it was, less than a tenner. Okay, and the other one up here, I don't want to blind you, this one's just a IKEA one that I can maneuver to wherever I want it. So moving down, then we've got my workspace, and on the top of that arm over there I've got what I use for filming in, which you can then see just here. Moving over here behind this screen, okay, I've just got a set of drawers. So in those drawers I've got stuff like pastels, watercolour pencils, gel pens, they're electronics. The other bits like scratch building bits and pieces, candles in there so I can use scratch sprue, and then that one down there is with tools and bits and pieces like that. And then another sort of like with magazines and stuff like that for reference and what have you. And we move down to this drawer here. So in here is where I keep all my pegs, my tape. It's not the neatest at the moment. Okay, glues, fillers, pegs. There's knives in there, blades, and all sorts of odds and sods. Next one. Again, I don't really use this one a lot, but some spare parts, some more sanding sticks if ever need them, a soldering iron, a gas one and an electric one, some more toothpicks and other bits and pieces. And then the next one down, that's where I keep my IPA, my spare paints and all those sort of good stuff that if I ever need it. On the last one, I don't think I can get to the last one. Again, I think that's got a few more bits of magazine right there. So that's me. As you can see, it's not a massive. Okay, I can touch both walls from here, and I can more or less touch both walls front and back. But it's my space, and this is where I do all my modelling. It's also where, when I'm working, I do all my work. So you can see why sometimes, if I'm up here all day, I don't want to then sit here and do modelling. And it's very hard to not touch anything while I'm working, but I don't. I stick with what I'm doing to just to make sure I do try and keep it separate. So when I'm up here on an evening, if I do come up and make sure the laptop's turned off, make sure I don't have any emails, any distractions, so I can actually do some work. But that's it. That's my quick tour of the cave. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions about it, feel free to put me the link down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, fellas.